Hi, I'm Sarah. Some of you know me as Numeria. Oh, Tumblr URL, from the sea of the sea. Woo! Sweetmate's in the background. She may be gonna talk during this video. I'm doing the voice challenge that I did forever ago and promised I was gonna do, and then I recorded it on my phone, and Tumblr wouldn't accept the file format. Okay, Tumblr voice challenge. Number 1, recite a poem. It's Pretty Halcyon Days by Ogden Nash, which is why I forgot that this poem existed and didn't look it up earlier. How pleasant to sit on the beach, on the sand in the sun, with the ocean galore within reach, and nothing at all to be done. No letters to answer, no bills to be burned, no work to be shirked, no cash to be earned. It is pleasant to sit on the beach, with nothing at all to be done. How pleasant to look at the ocean, democratic and damp, indiscriminate. It fills me with noble emotion to think I am able to swim in it, to lave in a wave majestic and chilly. Tomorrow I crave, but today it is silly. It is pleasant to look at the ocean, tomorrow perhaps I shall swim in it. How pleasant to gaze at the sailors, as their sailboats they manfully sail, with the vigor of Vikings and whalers in the days of the Viking and whale. They sport on the brink of the shad and the shark. If it is windy they sink, if it isn't they park. It is pleasant to gaze at the sailors, to gaze without having to sail. How pleasant the salt anesthetic of the air and the sand and the sun. Leave the earth to the strong and athletic, and the sea to adventure upon. But the sun and the sand no contractor can copy. We lie in the land of the lotus and poppy. We vegetate calm and aesthetic on the beach, on the sand, in the sun. Next one. Read a page from one of your favorite books. Rise of Rome. Once again, should I read the preface or the introduction?
Which one's more interesting to normal people?
Probably none of them. The answer is probably none. Okay, I'll read the first page of Chapter 1. Chapter 1, A New Troy. The origin of Rome can be traced back to a giant wooden horse. For 10 years, a coalition of Greek rulers besieged Troy, a mighty city-state at the foot of the Dardanelles on the coast of what is now northwestern Turkey. The expeditionary force was there largely thanks to the machinations, of 3 deities: Juno, the wife of the king of the gods Jupiter, Minerva, whose specialty was wisdom, and the goddess of sexual passion Venus. They were competing for a golden apple inscribed with the words, "A prize for the most beautiful." Not even their fellow gods dared to judge among these potent and easily offended creatures, and so it was decided that the poison choice would be handed to a mortal, a young shepherd named Paris, who tended his flock on the slopes of Mount Ida, a few miles from Troy. His only qualification appears to have been astonishing good looks, for there was nothing in his character to mark him out of the crowd. The goddesses duly turned up without a stitch of clothing on among them. Not being above bribery, they offered, respectively, the gifts of power, of knowledge, and of access to the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen, the Queen of Sparta. Feckless and randy, Paris accepted the third offer and awarded the apple to Venus. The losers stormed off, plotting vengeance. There you go. That's the first page of The Rise of Rome. I would have read the first page of The 12 Caesars, but that book's still in my truck, and that book's really boring to people who don't care about Rome as much as I do. Read the little blurb on the back of your shampoo bottle. I remember what it says. It says, "Did you know that you and your family could save upwards of 3,000 gallons of water if you turned off the shower when you shampooed and conditioned?" Do a tongue twister. Should I do a really long one or a short one?
Long one.
Okay. This is one that I learned at theater camp when we were doing Hamlet. It's a really long one. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. I don't know how I still have that memorized.
Very nice.
Or I could do a big black bug bit the big black bear, made the big black bear bleed blood. That one makes me actually think when I'm trying to say it. So there you go. You got 2 tongue twisters. Say something in a different language. Una momento.
Latin.
I said una momento, which is in a different language. Hang on. I want to say something in Latin, but I don't know how to say anything in Latin, so I have to read to you in Latin. Okay, so this is a sentence in Latin that I'm probably pronouncing wrong. I haven't practiced Latin in a month. Rumor volat, which is rumors fly in Latin. There you go. That's your something in another language. Share an anecdote. I don't know. Nothing funny happens in my life.
A lot of funny things.
A lot of funny things happen in my life. I don't have an anecdote. Okay, I can tell this one. When I was little, we had a swimming pool in my backyard, and my neighbor had a trampoline, and she was my best friend, and
Decisions were made.
poor decisions were made. We tried to jump from the trampoline over the fence into my swimming pool. And my swimming pool was like 12 feet from the fence, so this was not going to work, ever. Looking back on it, this was the stupidest... No, it wasn't the stupidest decision we ever made, but it was up there with the stupidest decisions we made. And so we were like, we're going to get on the trampoline, and then we're going to bounce as high as we can, and then try to bounce over the fence into the pool. And we pushed the trampoline to where it was right next to the fence. And then we both just crashed onto the grass, and were surprised that we weren't in the pool. That was really stupid. Okay. Do the rains in Spain stay mainly on the plains? Yes, they do, and I love that musical. Summarize the last film or TV episode you watched. Well, I'm currently in episode 8 of Rome, and I'm pretty sure that this is the episode where, spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure this is the episode where Titus Pullo's wife died, and it was quite possibly the saddest thing ever. I don't know if that happened in this episode or the episode before this one, but that's what I remember from watching TV most recently, is that Pullo's wife died, and I genuinely sobbed. I loved Irene, and I hate Gaia. She's a bitch. Not the goddess, the character in the show. The next thing is share your text message tone and your ringtone.
Which one?
Everybody in my phone who texts me often has their own personalized ringtone. So I will just play my people who don't have a ringtone, which is...
Everybody.
My name is Gladiator.
That's my ringtone when normal people text me.
And that's the ringtone that everybody else has for you.
Yeah, basically. And then my phone call is not that one. It's this one. It's Caesar Flickerman's music from the Hunger Games. So that's my ringtone. Tell a joke. I suck at jokes. I don't suck at jokes. I suck at jokes. I'm just funny as a person.
Yeah.
I do
Just like
funny...
to laugh at you.
Yeah, I'm not funny. I just do stupid things, and my friends laugh at me. Okay, here. I have to... This is going to be a knock-knock joke. Alyssa, knock-knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow. Moo! So there you go. That's your joke. I suck at jokes. Alyssa doesn't like. What did you eat today? Cookies. That's it. I've had cookies and water and coffee.
Reese's cereal.
Oh, yeah. I had some Reese's Puffs. I haven't eaten very much of those. I had like a handful. What am I on? 12. What? Talk about something that really scares you. The dark.
Really?
I'm terrified of the dark. Yeah, I am genuinely, at home I have my closet light on to sleep. I don't know, for some reason at school, I guess it's because there's somebody else in here with me, it freaks me out less. But yeah, at home I have to have the lights on. And I'm also terrified of silence. So, yeah, I'm scared of the dark and silence. And it's because...
The silence.
Possibly, but I've been afraid of silence since before I liked Doctor Who. It was a weird way to say Talk about something that makes you really happy. Candy. Sweets. All the things that I'm not allowed to have anymore. Food. Glorious food. Learning new things makes me happy. Learning new things that I care about. Rome. Latin and Rome. I'm taking a class that is classical archaeology, which is about Greece and Rome. And that's it. And it's wonderful. I also have a class that's over Homer and the Trojan War, which means I get to buy a copy of the Iliad and the Odyssey. I like that time period. It makes me very happy. Yeah, those are the books that I have to buy. What is your favorite word? Pretentious. I hate pretentious people, but I love the word pretentious. What is your least favorite word? I don't know. I don't think I have a least favorite word.
I mean, I guess there are words that just don't sound pretty, but I
Yeah.
can't really think of any off the top of my head.
I don't know. I don't know what word I don't like. I don't think I have a word that I don't like. What is your Oh, I read that one.
Moist is a bad
Moist is an odd word. There are a lot of people who don't like the word moist.
It's weird,
It's
unless
a-
you're talking about, cake or something.
Yeah, moist is a strange word. Anyway, What turns you on? Musicalness. If you're musically talented, get in my bed.
We've had so many conversations.
So many conversations about that. If you're really smart and you know shit about history, there is
If you just
a
start
very...
walking up to her, talking about Roman shit.
There is a very high possibility you're getting your face kissed. I almost said kicked. What turns you off? Ignorance. People who are ignorant and choose to remain ignorant. I hate those kinds of people who are like, I don't know about this. I'm going to continue not knowing about it. I know that I don't know it, but I'm not going to try to learn it. Especially when it's something important. Like,
Yeah.
ignorant...
Or something important to you.
Yeah, like, ignorant people are just, ugh. What sound or noise do you love? I love any noise that water makes. I like the noise of, like, a sword going through the air. The, like...
The noise my gecko makes.
That noise.
Fucking adorable. I have to play it for everybody.
I like... Okay, this is an awesome noise. He squeaks. The gecko squeaks.
It's the best noise ever.
It is. It's a great noise. I like the crunchy sound that Cheetos make when you bite into them. But like crunchy Cheetos, not Cheetos Puffs. I don't like the noise that Cheetos Puffs make when you bite into them, but I prefer Cheetos Puffs. I don't know, I have a lot of noises that I like. I like the noise that a scratchy pen makes when you're writing. Yeah, like the not unpleasant version of that. Okay, the next one is what sound or noise do you hate? I hate the sound of, okay, this is a really, really odd one. I hate the sound of wood splintering, but it's in a very specific situation, because sometimes I like the sound of, like, I like when you're splitting wood, I like the noise of, like, cleaving wood in half, like when you're breaking up logs, but we had to take down half of our fence, and we had to pull the boards off, and they were just nailed in, and the noise that it makes when the nail is pulling through it is this weird squeaking, squealing, splintering sound, and it's a horrible sound. Also, noise that I hate, rabbit screaming. If you've ever had to hear a rabbit scream, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you're a lucky individual. It's a horrible noise, and I hope I never have to hear it again. I hate that sound. What is your favorite curse word? Fuck. Fucking love it. I say it all the time. She lives in Germany, so that's what that is. That was random. What profession other than your own would you attempt? Well, I'm a student. I don't have a profession.
Anything other than being a student?
I want to be an archaeologist when I grow up, and a writer, and work on tall ships. What?
I've not heard anybody say that in so long. When I grow up.
I'm not an adult yet.
No, I know, but it just...
That's how I will say it until I get, like, done with all school. That's how I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
I drew a kite on my arm in class. I am not an adult. What profession would you not like to do? Anything that requires me to sit at a desk all day.
Yeah.
And sit in front of a computer. Okay, which is weird, because I sit in front of the computer, but I wouldn't like to do work.
Yeah.
I sit in the computer to do fun things.
Yeah. Well, what if you had a fun computer job? Like...
Playing video games? Actually, in all honesty, as an archaeologist, I'm probably going to spend a lot of time in front of the computer because it's going to be research. But that's okay, because, like, anything that makes me sit in a cubicle and go to work 9 to 5 and have to dress nice, that I don't want to do. Ever. I don't want to work that kind of thing.
It's just because she doesn't like to dress nice.
I don't. It's January. I'm wearing a tank top and shorts. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates? Well...
Here's all your puppies that died.
Yeah, here, your dogs are here, so here's Rocket and Tex as of right now. I mean, Bellamy will probably die before I die, which is very sad to think about. He's only 8 weeks old. Don't make me think about that. He's a baby. And probably also that he made my cousin who died into an angel. Because if anybody deserves to be an angel, it's Keegan. So yeah. That's what I want God to say. Is Keegan's an angel. And also that my pop's there somewhere. Because I would like to see him again. If you're brave enough... I can read English. If you're brave enough, sing. What should I sing? Oh no! I'm gonna sing The Hanging Tree from the new Hunger Games movie. Because that is right in my range. And I got so good at it while we were literally walking out of the theater. I only know the lyrics to the first part. So I have to get the lyrics. Here we go. I don't know I'll sing the first two verses. Verses. Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say, who murdered 3. Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where dead man called out for his love to flee? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. I did a singy thing. That was my voice challenge, and that's how I'm gonna end it.